Hello and welcome on Sport Update on Trust TV. I'm Adeniyi Ajishafe. Recently, the Nigerian Football Federation held their annual general meeting in Uyo ahead of the match, but rather before Nigerian Super Eagles play their match against Sao Tome and Principe. And in that particular AGM, the ruler they'll be spending over 14 billion for 2024. Well, from the way it is right now, Nigerians are waiting. What would they spend that money on? And a lot of things that has to do with the particular federation, Nigerian Football Federation. We'll be starting with that story. NFF. Budget 14 billion for 2024 expenditure, approves new name for NPFL. NPFL will no longer be Nigerian Professional Football League. It's now Nigerian Premier Football League after the AGM actually approved that particular name there. Joining us in the studio is Olawale Peters. Good to have you.
Good evening, Adeni. It's my pleasure to be back to studio, and a very good way to start with 14 billion naira.
When I was calling that amount, I was like, 14 billion. 14 billion.
You see, I think it's high time we have to be holding the NFF accountable, sincerely. And during that presentation, I think they are taking us for a ride or for a fool. If not, you can't come and tell us that you want to spend 14 billion and you did not break down this 14 billion. This is how you want to spend it. From this 14 billion, 2 billion is going to the
Super Eagles, Super Falcons,
Golden Eaglets, grassroots development, stadium improvement, Nigerian Professional Football League, NNL,
welfare of their
players. The competition that we have for the qualifier, this is the amount of money you are playing for their match bonuses,
referees,
match allowances. Nothing like that. You just came and you told us we are spending 14 billion for capital expenditure and expenses for the year. What about the income? Where income are you generating? The ticket fee that people will be paying, what did you estimate? Nothing. I've never seen an account like that before in my entire life. So that shows that a lot is still going on there. And they are changing the name from Nigeria Professional Football League to Nigeria Premier Football League. Does that mean that you want to be competing with Premier League in England? Why are we changing the name? Is there a need for all this? We need to change our colonial mentality, inferiority complex in this country. That we must align ourselves with what the European people are doing. Let them come and copy from us. Must we always copy from them? Because I don't see any reason why the name should be changed from Nigerian Professional Football League.
Maybe they felt that professional sounds a bit like professional. Okay. Is it not a league? You know, I'm just trying to be their mouthpiece now. Okay. Let's assume I'm their media officer now. And you're asking them, okay, the reason why we are changing it from professional is because professional seems to underrate the league. After all, is our Apex League. Why are we putting professional? We already know that you are professional. So let's turn into our Premier League.
Okay, between Premier and Professional, which one should be more?
Maybe I think it's Premier.
No, it shouldn't be Premier. It shouldn't be
no, that's the media officer talking, not me.
So what value is replacing Professional with Premier? What value is it bringing to us? No value. And you ask them, before you do a branding in an organization, you have a purpose, you have a reason why you are changing the brand, the name, the logo. There will be a reason for it. There should be an explanation for it. Is there an explanation for this? 14 billion approved. What? Where is the breakdown? Where are they getting the money from? Where are they spending the money on?
Money majorly from federal government.
We don't know anything about this. Sincerely, I think we need to beam our searchlight on this NFF. If you budgeted 14 billion, you should be able to tell us that I'm going to generate 50% of this 14 billion, which is 7 billion, and this is how I'm going to generate it. And the remaining 7 billion, I'm going to get it from this and this. Then we have a lot of people that also sponsor NFF, sponsorship, what have you. How much are they paying to NFF?
How much did they generate after tax or thereabout?
So we need that. They have accountant there. So they can't just bring this, dump it on us, and we'll clap for them. No. We have to go back to them and ask them, because the reason why I'm particular about this is, number one, they are carrying our football in this country, which is very painful. They are carrying the game of football in this country. The number two is taxpayers' money. You pay tax, I pay tax. So I should ask them question, what are they doing with my money? I think it is high time that the government stop sponsoring NFL 100%. Maybe then their head will have a reset.
When there's no money, free money coming from federal government.
Then they will now think of how to generate
little money.
No, we can't say they would not give them the money. Let's say whatever your budget is, I'm only going to finance 40% or 60%.
Then the remaining 60.
Then the remaining, go and generate it internally yourself. That is when they will now see football
as business.
Because they are still not seeing it as business. They are seeing it as jamboree. They are seeing it as recreational activities. They are seeing it as a way of taking care of their pocket. That's the truth. If not, we'll not be having all this it's very insulting. It is very, 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 it's very painful that we have people at the ends of affairs that they know we have a lot of intellect in this country, that we know what we're doing, and we are putting this across to us. It's very, very, very bad.
Well, from the way it is right now, NFF budgeting 14 billion there. A lot of explanation needs to be made concerning how they want to make their money, and also how much is coming from here and there. Well, coming from Olawale Peters there, we just have to run through some stories. For Nigerian football, we need to get it right, really. It should be run as business. We need to get it right, really. But hopefully, something good will come out from it, because it seems we are having a new wind of change blowing now in every facet of life in Nigeria. Let's see how it's going to be possible. And now we talk about another big one. While NFF says, well, we are no longer having business or contract with that's Randy Wardrum, the coach of Super Falcons. I am still Super Falcons coach till October. Wardrum, after NFF issued sack. What a drama there. It seems this man has one. Somebody said, if you like, say the man get one secret power again. In our own pidgin, our local parlance. But really, he said till October 31st, before his contract will expire with the Nigerian Football Federation. NFF said, well, we are done with you. We don't want, in fact, I remember before the World Cup, they wanted to sack him. And then at the World Cup, a lot of issues here and there. Well, he was able to manage and go to the World Cup. After the World Cup there, we saw NFF say, well, we are no longer doing business. But the man says till October 31st. And I just hope that if that stands now, it means it could take NFF to court that they didn't pay him for, maybe if they pay him the remaining his salary, and it's not up to 31st of October, that could actually bring another litigation.
You see, I'm getting to that point that I'm even tired of talking about NFF.
Nigeria football.
Honestly, because this is very shameful and very embarrassing. This happens almost all the time with all our foreign coaches. After the likes of the Western and Bonfrey Joe, all of that coaches that we've had,
they've always given us serious problem. And why are we going back to them?
They are not giving us problem. No.
Okay, we are the one putting ourselves.
We are the one putting ourselves in that situation because their contract is not being transparent, and there's no transparency in their contract. When they signed the contract for Wardrum, for example, did we have a copy of his contract?
Open to the public?
Open to the public? No, we don't. If you do that, we'll be able to examine and analyze that. Oh, okay, this is what your contract stated. This is your start period. This is your end period. Oh, either party can terminate the appointment at any point in time, giving so notice. Oh, that means the NFF, they have the right to terminate your appointment, even if you still have your contract up till October, but they'll pay you so amount of money as in lieu, and you parted ways. We don't have that. We don't know anything. So it's their word against its word, that's why I said the problem is not them. The problem is our own NFF, not us Nigerians. It's the NFF, the people that we have at the ends of affairs. Because if you have seen the contract, if they have made it available to the press, to the media, just like we spoke about the 14 billion they want to spend for the year 2024. We don't have the details of what they want to spend. And you have AGM, and all of them approved it. Kai, this country.
It's
very, very painful.
Like I said now, Wardrum is saying till October 31st. This is September. Today is 12th. And NFF are done with him. So
no,
automatically.
They said they are done with him. And he said, no, you are not done with me because I still have till
contract. October. And it's October 31st.
October 31st. So if they said they are done with him as at end of August or 1st September, so that means he's still expecting payment of his salary.
That's what I'm saying.
For September.
And even
payment
October.
Of his salary October also. And if you are asking him to go before the end of his contract, that means you pay him severance. That one is very, very, very simple. But we cannot really know where the problem is because we don't have the document with us. Whatever I'm saying, whatever you are saying, is we're just saying maybe.
Only what's his name now? Wardrum and NFF knows what is actually between them.
I think Wardrum can help us Nigerians. if you're listening to us,
now,
by giving, by making
it open
to the public. This is my contract with the NFF. This is what we sign. My contract ends in October, and they want me to leave in September. I'm ready to leave, but they have to pay me
September October salary.
And October salary. Then let NFF also counter it, because I'm very sure the NFF, they will never make that contract available to the public. They will never make it available to them. Have you ever done it before?
Well, it's seriously very appalling that up till now, I still remember after Bromfrey Joe, Westerhoff era, all the coaches we've had, all the foreign, let me use that, all the foreign coaches, I've not seen anyone that have been able to. Is it Lars Lagerberg? Is it Philip Troussier? Is it Bora Milutinovic? Look at their names. These are coaches that you begin to trace, okay, who are they before they came to Nigeria? Nigeria made most of them popular.
Yeah, that's how they came to the country. So how Nigeria to their CVs? Lars
Lagerberg. Oh, a lot of people started searching for his name to know who is Lars Lagerberg. Philip Troussier, okay, they said which doctor, where? Bora Milutinovic, Bulgarian, where? Piseiro, from where? And then you check back and back all the lists. You'll be surprised. Why not believe in our own? Like I said last time, the majority of our own coaches, Amoneke, Finidi George, the late Stephen Keshi, Sasia, all of them, in fact, their profile is even richer, better. They play the football.
They understand the football.
And also as a coach, far, far better compared to these guys. And yet, we still don't have that belief that they can do the job. When are we going to get out of this? If Morocco, Senegal, South Africa, different countries in Africa begin to say, okay, let's give faith, let's have faith in our own. Let's give reasons to let our guys do this job. And it's working for them. We saw what Ragrao did with Morocco at the World Cup. They gave him the chance, just go there and do it. And today, that guy has turned around with football mentality of Moroccans. Even the women team. What is the problem with Nigerian football?
Corruption.
Number one.
No, that's just the
monster.
The monster that is eating and killing the Nigerian football is corruption. Then we can now start having the branches after the corruption. We can have the sentiment, nepotism, must be from my place, what have you. That has been the major problem we have in this country. But the first one is the corruption. And that is what we don't have in Morocco. We don't have in South Africa. Because what they are doing with most of these foreign players, they can't do it with our own...
Foreign coaches, sorry.
They can't do it with our own... Can they do that with Sunday Olise? It's not going to take it from them. He will come to the press. He will talk to the press. Because he has nothing to lose. He has somewhere he can go back to. Until you start looking at it internally, that what is the problem? Let's get to the monster that is killing the Nigerian football. As we have it at the NFF, we have it at the FE level also. We have it at the state level also. So it's like a pyramid that they built themselves on, and they find a way of saving themselves out of it, and they believe that they can get away with it. And that's one thing about when you're doing the wrong thing. When you're doing the wrong thing and you know that there's no repercussion. When you do the wrong thing, you know that nothing will happen. That's what they call impunity. So when you have that, it will be very difficult to really resolve what the problem is. Well, our problem in this country with NFF is nothing but corruption.
Hopefully.
If it's not corruption, why wouldn't they make public the terms and conditions of their contract? That we are going to pay them $10,000. So then the coach just said, oh, it's not $10,000 you are paying me. It's $4,000 you are paying me. It's $5,000 you are paying me. We are only paying you, we are not paying for your coaches. So a lot of secrecy has been done here. We've said it times without number. We've had a coach that they wanted to take in this country that he said he came to Sheraton Hotel and they told him that no, you have to pay us this percentage if you are to engage you. Did you get any counter from the NFF?
The big one.
We didn't get any. You are their spokesperson. Now speak on this one, Adeniyi.
Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. No comment. Anyway, we've been talking about Nigerian football there. Hopefully, things will just get better in this country. You just need to get it right. Let's run through some stories as we quickly talk about a man of the moment over there in Saudi Arabia Pro League. He's doing so well. He is the football director. talking about Nigerian international. Well, his name is Mike Emenalo. We are building a stable Saudi Pro League. And according to him, they want to make this particular league a strong one that will last very long.
This is in Nigeria. Mike Emenalo is their sporting director for the Saudi Professional League. He was in England before with Chelsea as a sport director.
He was in Monaco also.
Monaco also. So are you saying we don't have Nigeria that can take over the affairs of football in this country? What we are not seeing in our people, other people are seeing it and they are giving them the opportunity.
A whole league, not even a club.
Not a club.
The whole league is the sporting director.
With the amount of money that they have in there. So that is why I said the problem here is it's still the corruption. So concerning this, I think what they are doing is a build up to their bid to host the 2030 World Cup. That is what they are doing. And the first thing they did was, okay, let's look at among the stars, who can we pick that other people will follow, that will make noise, that like attention, that creates awareness.
That falls.
That's Cristiano Ronaldo. They got him. Immediately they got Cristiano Ronaldo, everybody was like, why will Ronaldo go to Saudi League? What happened in Saudi League? And people started seeing the money also, the money that is very tempting that you cannot say no to. That's why you have a lot of people going there. Then after Cristiano Ronaldo, they made an attempt to take Messi. Now, they did not succeed, but they created that same awareness that Messi wants to go to Saudi League. After that, they went for Mbappe. They created that awareness also. It did not scale through. And they look at, who again can we get that will give us this attention? No one else but the flamboyant Neymar. They got him. He signed for them.
They got Benzema.
They got a lot. No, I'm just talking about those that when it comes to the social media, they have the highest followers, like Cristiano Ronaldo, Neymar, and what have you. Benzema is not really, but he's a very disciplined and good player also. So they have a lot of them. N'Golo Kante is there. Anderson from Liverpool, Firmino is there. So we have a lot of players going in there. So what they are doing now is they are building up their bid for wait till next year or thereabout. You see another campaign. Most of all these players playing in the league, they be the one being their ambassador to campaign for the World Cup to come to Saudi Arabia. So that's a very good way. And I agree with him. It's going to take the test of time. There was this rumor that they're even considering having the winner of Saudi League to play.
He has actually denied that. He said they are not.
That's something that there is a rumor, which they said so there's no smoke. There's no fire without a smoke. Probably something that they are considering, they think they can do. If they are not doing that one, okay, let's look at the World Club Cup. Where
can we put in there?
They are playing it there.
Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia. Not only in football also. If you look at the tennis, boxing, they are taking it.
They are invested in Formula One. They are already an investor in Formula One.
So that means they are taking sport generally to Saudi. So that means they are creating that awareness that when it comes to the bidding, everybody will like, they have what it takes. People have been there. So I think it's a very, very good one. And I'm very proud of Michael Emenalo for what he has done in Saudi League. I hope and I pray we will one day realize that we have people in this country that can do this, what we've been clamoring for, without going out there. It is only when you've exercised all your opportunity that you didn't find anybody suitable and worthy to take up the affairs of the football administration in this country, they can start looking for foreign coaches. But if you have, give them time, be patient with them, give them the opportunity, believe in them, motivate them, and let's see what they will take us to. Not that we'll have a coach in a year, and after 2 years, they didn't win, you sack them. No. Let's look at what Senegal, they did with Aliou Cissé. The first Nations Cup, he didn't perform. The second one, he won it. He took him to the World Cup. Look at the Moroccan team and coach also. So we need to borrow. We shouldn't be so much in a hurry for this success. We should be patient enough and give them the time and the support that they needed.
We really need to be patient with our own indigenous coaches, because if we check Nigerian history, it's been so too early to sack them, especially the late Amadou Shuaibu, who really did a lot of qualifying for Nigeria, but he never was given the chance to take us to the World Cup, but he will get us qualified. What's the way to go? Olawale has been talking concerning Nigerian sport there. But right now, let's look at this particular story quickly. For Julian Nagelsmann, is the man to beat, seems to be the one they could be giving that position as German boss, because after Hansi Flick was hacked, a lot of rumor here and there concerning Julian Nagelsmann. But it seems he's leading the pack, even though they mentioned Luis van Gaal. But it will be very, very hard to see a foreigner taking over. Yeah, it will be very difficult to see a foreigner taking over a German team, most especially when they are going to host the Euro next year. So what they are doing now is they are trying to prepare ahead that. You recall in 2000, the World Cup that was held in Germany, it was host and win that they did. They won it there. So they want to repeat the same feat. That will say that, oh, okay, let's host and let's win. And the coach that they sack, how will you explain that the old German team, German machine, that have the highest record of World Cup winning, having won it 4 times, play 5 matches, they lost 4 and they drew 1. And Japan dealt with them. If they did not sack him, he should sack himself. No, as in, they didn't sack me. No, I'm not resigning, no, but I'm sacking myself. I'm sacking myself because I know that this woeful, I didn't meet up. Woeful performance. So then, if you look at Julian Nagelsmann also, I think he's a very good coach. We saw what he did with Leipzig when he took them to the semi-final of the Champions League in the year 2020, before Bayern Munich signed him for the world record fee of £25 million, being the highest coach then. But 2 years down the line, they still ask him to go. But looking at his age, I think it's so early for him to take up a national team coach. You should still go further in club side. Club that maybe you can just relax more. You know, Chelsea, and they are impatient when it comes to winning trophy. If Pochettino didn't do anything good, they will come for him. After all, they almost signed him. They almost signed him before he said that he's not going for them. So I think he still need that experience, because apart from Leipzig and Bayern Munich, just spent about roughly 4 or 5 years between these two teams. So now leaving that to go for a national team coach, I don't think it's that very good for his career. But if he doesn't have any club coming, if that's the only opportunity, and maybe he can go. And he doesn't want to sit at home. Yes, the best club, the best coach or the best team manager that have been fit to take Germany to the next Euro will have been Jurgen Klopp of Liverpool. But he said his loyalty to Liverpool right now cannot be broken. Unquestionable. Very unquestionable. So this is not even the time for him to leave Liverpool. When he was interviewed sometimes last month about the next move after Liverpool, that he can only leave Liverpool to go and coach the German team. But this is not the time for him to do that. So let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes there for Julian Nagelsmann. Another day for him concerning being the German boss there. Quickly, let's look at the games later for tonight in the Euro Championship. A lot of matches today there. Norway against Georgia. Cyprus play against Spain. Italy will host Ukraine. Malta, North Macedonia, Estonia, Belgium. And you look at Sweden, Israel hosting Austria and Belarus. Romania against Kosovo, and Switzerland against Andorra. You look at all these teams and you want to underrate them at your own peril. They can be very, very good at playing football. Now, you don't need to underrate anybody. If you watch the last match between Ukraine and England, you were like, wow, what happened? It's a very tense match, very interesting match, and we thought probably it would have been 2-3-0 or 4-0 against Ukraine. But the English team, before they even equalized, it took them time, and we saw what our own darling Harry Maguire, what he did also. I love that darling that you added to his name, darling Harry Maguire. Man U fans out there now will be like, okay, it's your darling now. No, it is our darling. Any team that wants to play against Manchester United and you have Harry Maguire starting, they are very sure of 3 points. Oh my goodness! 3 points. And look at their last match against Arsenal, when Harry Maguire came in as a substitute. The Arsenal fans, they were clapping and cheering, and they are very happy that Maguire is in this match. Is in this match. So I think it is what it is when it comes to Ali Maguire. But the match will be very interesting. But the one that I think will be very interesting to watch is the one between Italy and Ukraine this time, because both of them, they are really fighting it out to see who is going to come second after England, who has already run away with the group with 15 points. A good one there coming from Olawale Peter. So we've been running through some sporting stories now, and we just have to go on the show. We want to appreciate you for coming. Thank you so much, Adeni. It's my pleasure being here. Adeni Ajishafe. Sport is business and fitness. Thanks for watching.